Hi, this is Phoenix Genesis for PhoenixGenesis.com and our two YouTube channels, Phoenix Genesis and Frag Camp. Today we're going to do some Minecraft on the PlayStation 4 edition, and I'm playing Superflat Survival, and I made an infinite well sculpture. Let's take a look at it. So first I didn't like that one, so I still have that one suspended up in space, so we're going to get rid of that. So again, you want to get a bunch of dirt blocks because they're really great as scaffolding, and I'm going to jump up here and get rid of that. And you see I have different colored wool that I've sheared off my sheep. First I dyed the sheep the different colors. Obviously sheep just come in one, the generic colors of like gray, light gray, black, and white. Now what I did, the infinite well has to be this size, so I took the black at the bottom and I put the dirt in the middle just so I would be able to not fall in there and I could stand up more easily. We're just gonna carve that out once we're ready to put the water in. So it has to be a 4x4 here and a 2x2 in the inside, just one deep, I think one deep, yeah. So anyway, what I'm doing here is I want to do kind of a rainbowish color, something unusual. So anyway, I'm going to put some, we're going to start with red here. I like the black as the base. And I'm using the city texture pack. You can use any texture pack. Obviously, different texture packs will yield different results, but this is the one I'm using, is the city texture pack, because the theme of my ranch house is more a modern type of ranch house than the super flat, and I like having those big screen TVs because I'm a gamer, go figure, as far as like in the painting. So anyway, here now I decided to start out with pink, like I'm thinking of my rainbow of colors. Unfortunately, in the survival, I haven't figured out how to get the blue lapis yet, and if I can get that blue, I think maybe you have to trade with some villagers at some point. I've never seen it available. It hasn't come in the bonus chest, unlike the cactus. That's where I got my initial green. So unfortunately, because I don't have that, I'm missing, of course, any, magenta and color and a purple and a blue. So basically we've got pink, red, orange, yellow, the lime green and the regular green and the brown and the black and the white, and I skipped all the shades of gray for this because I want to be more colorful. How you get these different colors in super flat, you may ask, because in other ones it's much easier. So how you get your red is you want to go out, wait, or you don't have to go out and fight a skeleton. Just wait in the morning, and what's going to happen is your skeleton mobs will start burning off, and you just kind of wait till they burn off, and they'll leave probably some arrows usually and some bones. So you'll run out there, you'll get the bone, then you'll go to your crafting table and you'll create some bone meal, and then you'll just make it, equip it in your quick pick down there, and just run outside and hit grow, and with the left analogs, and what happens is boom, that comes out, and you're going to get red and yellow flowers. Now if you know anything about basic mixing of paints, like if you took art, or basically you played with mixing colors and finger paints in kindergarten, you're going to get your red dye from your flat roses and your yellow from your little whatever they are, daisies, or whatever they are, the yellow ones, and red and yellow mixed together get orange. So you're going to dye one sheep red, you're going to dye another sheep yellow, and you're going to put them in love mode, and then you're going to get your orange from that. Pink, you're going to mix your bone meal in your crafting table, your bone meal with your red dye, and that's going to give you your pink dye. Brown comes directly from brown sheep, black come from black sheep, white come from white sheep, light gray comes from those color sheep. Also, you can take a black and a light gray and get a dark gray sheep. So that's where you're going to get those colors. The green you're going to get from, only so far that I'm aware of, is the bonus chest of the cactus, and you're going to smelt that cactus in your furnace, and you're going to create a furnace by your by getting your I think 8 cobblestones. And how do you get cobblestones since you can't mine? Basically, easiest way is go to some unsuspecting MC village and kind of go up to the go out at night, get that creeper, have him follow you, and kind of piss him off and have him blow up, and he'll blow up part of the poor MC guy's home, and then you can just kind of get your cobblestone to make your cobblestone, to make your furnace. And eventually you're going to want to build a cobblestone generator, which I have a couple different ones to show you because that's essential in super flat. But anyway, you're going to get your furnace, or and actually you can just schlep your you know, your little green cactus over to the MC Village, to one that has a blacksmith, and which there should be one on each of the maps, and there's 25 maps to choose from. But within a 1 day's Minecraft journey during day, you should find one MC Village that has a blacksmith, and just use theirs, and you know, chop some wood from you know, somewhere in their village, and just stick that in and smelt your cactus and get your green dye. And then what you can do with the green dye is, again, I think it's the bone meal and the green dye make the lime green dye. So basically that gives you everything. So again, I going back to what I'm building now. Now we know how I got all this you know, wool, and of course you have to get shears. Let's go back, and yeah, making scaffolding right here and just building up. But again, for shears, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to shear a bunch of like white wool and make a, you know, and harvest a bunch of wheat, and you know, travel to these different villages and get some villager that's going to be lazy farmer, that's going to be, I don't want to harvest my own crap. Oh cool, you got that, I'm going to go ahead and give you some emeralds for that. And when you get 3 emeralds, you'll probably have to go to another village next door, neighboring village, and find somebody that wants to give you you know, some shears. And I usually buy about 4 shears at a time, because honestly it takes a lot of shearing to get that wool to do all the things I've been doing. And unfortunately you don't have hardened clay that you can dye in this super flat as of yet. You know, who knows what they're going to do in the next title update, I think title 21. So this is title 20. So this is basically all you have for colors. So I mean, I really rely on shearing those little puppies to get this stuff. And now it's getting really dark too, but because I'm so well lit and fortified, I should be able to continue and work on during the night. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm building up, and I'm trying to make kind of almost like a helix pattern. So I'm going just like kind of a staircase up one side and then a mirrored staircase up on the other, and I'm flipping around the colors because it would kind of be boring if it was all the same color coming on the top. And anyway, so that's what we're doing, and you can hear those slime. They're so irritating. They're just in the background, scritch, scritch, scritch. And I swear to God, I'm just going to keep expanding my outside cobblestone walls until I just can't hear those things, because they're so irritating. And that's, you know, only one of the enemies that constantly seems to kind of gets through my fortification. So in the back, you see a big hole in the grass. I'm going to build, we'll see that next. I'm building a river, and that's another reason why I want the infinite well. I already have 2 infinite wells on my property. I have one very close to my blacksmith forge, and my cobblestone generator, which is very close to my front door in my ranch house. Then I have another infinite well up on my roof for my terrace garden. And you know, I just because the bucket is so hard to get, iron's so hard to get, and I mean, I've already lost 2 buckets from early stupidity, which I'll eventually post the stupid things I did to lose my buckets. But anyway, I don't want to be traveling too far with that bucket. So what I want to do is I want to build this you know, create this little river here, because I want something, and a bridge, because I want something interesting in my yard to go with my trees. I don't, you know, it's getting a little too pedestrian. And of course, in non-super flat, we have natural rivers, you know, everywhere. And I just want, you know, want a little bit more water on the property, and it's good too if you have a fire. So what I want to do is I'm going to build, that's why I'm building this infinite well. So instead of having to go all the way back to the other end of my property to get water, I'm just going to have this well, and I can just run back and forth here, and we're good to go. And then when I'm done, put my bucket back. And again, you can build a very straightforward infinite well with some cobblestone from your cobblestone generator. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be this size. But you know, why not go ahead and design a little kind of like artistic fountain, put some color in there. And you know, I already have a really nice colorful chicken coop that I built, which I'll show you, which I'm kind of proud of. So anyway, this is kind of, I wanted to make a helix, but it didn't quite come out, so it's just kind of some original thing. And I decided the black was a little too oppressive right there, and the brown kind of looks a little bit better, so I'm going with the brown. And by the way, in super flat, the black and brown make really nice, they look very brickish. I use those for a lot of exteriors and also for things like your fireplace. The dark green really looks, I think the gray and dark green really look more like wool. So I go, then like brick and mortar. So with the design, so I tend to use those for carpeting. You'll see when we do a tour of what I've done so far in my home. Red, of course, looks brickish. Yellow could probably go either way. Orange, kind of could go either way, but definitely I think the dark green looks better for the carpeting, and again the gray is very, very flat. The dark gray looks great for carpeting. So anyway, now I decided to put, since black's the darkest color, I'm just going to put this here as kind of a little walkway, so we're not watering excessive grass. I mean, not that anything's going to grow if we spill water on it. You'd have to actually use the bone meal, but still, like, we're pretending this is like a real fountain, and you would have kind of that spillage area there. I mean, I could even put water around that if I wanted to, and just kind of leap up or put some stairs. It's whatever you want to do, and this is my little sculpture. And of course, if you want something other than an infinite well, which you can do, we'll show that in another, not my super flat, but another survival map I have, my extreme mountain survival map. What I did was I made some fountains, and you just pour the water on top, and you've got a nice little, flowing water fountain too. So I'll probably stick a couple of those up on my site as well. And yes, make sure in survival to keep chowing down and eating, and we're all good. I'm at level 29. I got a couple more levels to go, and I can enchant things. And yes, normally you don't have a couch in a library, but for me, this is a very convenient place to take a nap when I'm working outside in that area of the ranch. So that's why I have that here. And yes, I have a basement. Basement, what I like about the basement is it's very creeper proof. So here's my bucket. We're going to get that. So things that are very important to me, like the bucket, my shears, obsidian, anything that's like super rare, I'm gonna go and keep that in my basement chest, because if like a creeper were to blow up my house, I really don't want to lose those really valuable things that in super flat are so hard to replace. And I try to keep, this is my treasure chest room, and I try to keep things very organized. It took forever because I was so lazy and just throwing everything in any chest. So this is like my cobblestone, and of course products I produce from the cobblestone, and dirt go in this chest. And I mean, you really want to have a lot of dirt because you use it for everything. I mean, this is super flat. Maybe you want to build a little hill, maybe you got a lot of scaffolding because you can't just fly around when you build those big buildings or monuments. So dirt's very good. Now this is my wool chest, and as you see on each side up on the kind of the right there, I made a little picture frame, and I put like some green mounted some green wool on there, so I actually know. You can take a sign and type the name, but I'm a more visual person. So here I'm trying to put, like, see the yellow flowers make the if you look on the left, yellow flower makes yellow dye, makes yellow wool, and then red, and then the pinks over on that side. And then if I've made some carpeting, I'll put that next to the colored wool. So if I want a block or carpeting, I can grab that. And you can see right there where I used the green carpeting, and how I've used the black for the fireplace and the brown wool for the outside. And there's some my insidium board. Now this is a very simple infinite well. I just made it out of cobblestone from my cobblestone generator, and some wood benches that I pilfered from some MC village that I raided. I've raided so many I can't keep track. Naughty me, right? But that's okay. They don't sit down anyway, the villagers, so they don't need it. So anyway, and I have a couple doors too, so in case something gets in the house, they can't just run after me and blow up. They blow up more the outer portion. So now what we're going to do is finish the the black wool right there, and now we're going to finish that last couple brown wools. So again, you see we have it's a 2x2 square, and now here we're just going to start dumping our water. So what you want to do with the infinite well, it's very important. It's going to take 2 bucket runs of the water. You're going to want to put one in that corner, and then you're going to want to go get one more bucket and put it in the other corner. Okay, it may look like it's full, but it's not. All you need is 2. One on one corner, one end. It doesn't matter as long as those 2 corners are diagonal to each other. It doesn't matter which corner you lay it down. And so see, as I'm scooping out, that's an infinite well because it fills itself right back up. Hallelujah. Water is such a valuable resource in super flat, so you really have to, I can't say how much you have to protect it. I really think, in my opinion, the bucket and the shears are probably the two most valuable things, more important than a diamond pickaxe or anything. Those are my two most valuable things. Of course, you know, obsidian is important if you want a portal to the netherworld, but I got a really bad location. I get killed anyway all the time I go down there. It's all on fire. So, but these are the two most important things. See, and now that I finished that, I'm going to start using the water to fill up my river. And there's different strategies for filling up the river. And see, that is infinite because it hasn't gone down. Like, you could put some on the, it's a 2-layer deep river, and you could put some, you know, dirt blocks in there to kind of fill it up more fluidly, but I'm just kind of lazy. I'm just going to go back and forth, and it's going to take a while. But anyway, I'm not going to show you that. Obviously, you know what I'm doing, and eventually the thing's going to be filled. So anyway, there's my infinite well sculpture. I hope you enjoyed that and inspires you to do something creative for your super flat world. This is Phoenix Genesis signing out, and please don't forget to subscribe. It really motivates me to keep going, making videos for you guys. Thank you. Have a nice day.